In this quick guide, I will show you the top 10 Silica Pearl locations in Ark Survival Ascended Aberration. Silica Pearls are even harder to find now in the new Aberration Ascended map, but I will show you where to find hundreds of Silica Pearls and give you map and GPS coordinates and good landmarks so you can find pearl nodes even with very low visibility. I will give you some tips to farm over 1,000 Silica Pearls in just a few minutes on 1x settings. I will also show you some alternative methods to farm all the Silica Pearls you need all over the ASA Aberration map. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let's get started. Now this spot has about 10 Silica Pearl nodes right on the surface. We go directly across the lake from that giant castle, and you see this big metal structure sticking out, and to the right along the shore, there is this huge redwood tree that sticks out right on the bank there. If we go right to the bank of that redwood tree, it's at about 21.6, 40.8, and follow the shoreline to the right, you'll see these boulders that stick out into this little pond right here. Now this is an amazing Silica Pearl spot. So it's at 21.940, and if we go down into the water, we're going to start seeing about 10 Silica Pearl nodes as we just swim around here. There's one here, two here, that's about 3 here, there's a couple of them clumped together back in here. So basically all around this area you're going to find a ton of Silica Pearls, and then if we follow the shoreline a little bit down this way towards the boulders, there's some more over here towards the bushes. So you've got a lot of Silica Pearls all in very shallow water. There's also a whole river you can get tons of Silica Pearls in. We're at the fertile lake all the way across from the castle, and if you look here on the opposite side of the lake, you'll see this metal structure sticking up, and then there's a pillar on our left, and then right between those two is a bunch of redwood trees. We're looking for these 2 trees, and then there's a river flowing down out of the lake down a bunch of waterfalls. And the first waterfall is right at 20.4, 47.4. If we hop down to the base of that first waterfall, we're already going to start seeing lots of Silica Pearls. Like there's 3 right there, and as we continue down this river, we're going to find even more. Now these are barely waist deep, and it's one of the safest places you can possibly get Silica Pearls on Aberration. Here's a couple more here, there's 3, and we're just going to keep seeing Silica Pearls every time we jump down to the next tier of the waterfall. Now be warned, if you're doing this, you might not have enough water to safely land in some of these pools, but we'll keep seeing pearls all the way down if we keep looking really carefully, and you'll eventually get probably 100 Silica Pearls even on 1x settings as we continue down this river. And eventually you'll stop seeing pearls, but you do get a whole bunch of them this way, and this is maybe one of the easiest, safest places to get Silica Pearls in the entire Aberration map. And there's still more as we keep going down the river, almost all the way down to the base of it. Now if we go to the fertile lake and find this giant castle, it's pretty easy to spot. On the right pillar of the castle is an amazing pearl location. So I'm right here at exactly 14.4, 43.9, and if we go to the base of that pillar, we can start a little bit to the left. There's a shallow shelf here underneath these lily pads, and if we go down into the water and start looking around, you're actually going to find a lot of Silica Pearls. Like there's 3 of them here, and another one here, and they just kind of keep continuing down this shelf. So if you keep scouting around here, you're going to find a lot of pearls, especially if you can do it when the sun is hitting them. It's about 12:42 right now, and we get a good bit of sunlight that lights up this whole area and makes it really easy to spot pearls. Now after you finish cleaning up the pearls on that shelf, you can go over to this waterfall over here next to the castle. Look out to these mushrooms across the lake, and you'll see these lily pads directly in your line of sight. Go out to the very end of the one sticking out furthest to the right here, at exactly 12.7, 45.8, and go straight down. And you're going to find a bunch more pearls. Like this is 3, 4 right here. And then if you explore around this area on the clear section of the bottom, you're going to find another like 5 or 6 pearl nodes all around here. So there's probably 10 pearl nodes right in this area, and the further out you explore, the more pearls there are. So there's a whole bunch all along the clear patch on the bottom here, and you'll find a lot of pearls this way. If you live at Portal, I've got good news. There are 3 pearl nodes. They're just incredibly hard to find. If we go to this waterfall here coming down from the Portal Lake, and the waterfall is at about 41.8, 29.1, and we look to the left and right of this boulder, there's 2 little rivers that split around the boulder. On the left-hand side, you'll see these little rocks over here, and right next to the rocks, right here is 1 pearl node, and this is at exactly 4329.6. It is just in the shallow water. There's another one, you don't even have to get your feet wet, right here. And this one is at exactly 43.1, 29.4. Much easier to see in the sunlight between 1200 and 1300. And then if we go down on the other side of this boulder, on the right-hand side, you can barely see 1 little pearl shining right here in between all of these boulders. And this one is barely underwater. It is right at 4328.2. Now you can find 1 or 2 silica pearl nodes all around blue. They're just extremely hard to find and really scattered, but this pearl location has like 10 pearl nodes all in very shallow water in the blue zone. So let me show you some landmarks of exactly how to find the pearls. So there's this waterfall kind of flowing down from blue at exactly 62.2, and if we look due north, there's this big tree branch that hangs over the water. Head over to the tree branch and look for this pink patch of coral. Look just to the right of that coral and you'll see this green patch, and this is really the start of the pearls. So if we head down here, there's 1 right next to the coral, and there's a couple more scattered around in the clear areas. If we head to the right of that, we're going to find these 2. There's a couple more around here, you know, past the baryonyx. There's a lot of dangerous stuff around here. A couple more here, and this is actually a great place to find anglerfish in really shallow water. So if you kill off all the nasty stuff that's going to make your life difficult, you can easily tame a angler in shallow water, actually shooting it from outside the water. And I'll show you 1 more pearl location at about 44.1, 64.7, and this is a little bit safer than most places you can get pearls. There's 3 pearl nodes, but right at the base of this huge tree is kind of a glowing willow, and just off the coast in about waist-deep water, we've got 2 pearl nodes right here. And then right across the water from here, we've got this little island in the middle of the pond, and there's another glowing willow tree. Just off the coast next to that willow is this green glowing coral, and just to the right of that coral is 1 more little silica pearl node. Now if you want to get like 100 times as many pearls, you can get a really good angler, tame it up, max out its melee attack, and then every pearl node you harvest gets like 10, 20 times as many pearls. And right here we're at that little shallow pond, and I'm just chomping as fast as I can, and we're getting like what, 550, 600 pearls just in this tiny little space alone. So as you can see, you can easily get thousands of pearls in just a few minutes at this fertile lake. Now in Aberration, you can move your angler around without even bothering with a cryopod. Just put a fish trap right on top of it. The tooltip says trap initializing and the exclamation is red for about 30 seconds, and then you can press E, it'll say trap fish, or hold down E and hit this white exclamation mark, and then you can trap your fish. Now it's in your inventory just like a cryopod, but be warned, there is a 40-minute spoil timer, and after 40 minutes your fish will instantly die. So get that into a new water source as fast as you can. But once you get to the new pearl location, just pull up your inventory, press E on the trap, and your anglerfish will pop out and be ready to roll. If you live near a lake or river in green or blue zone, keep an eye out for trilobites. You'll sometimes see them come out of the water at around noon, but they're also inside the water. They're just extremely hard to spot, even if you're right on top of them. So keep an eye out. You might have a bunch of them near your base and not even realize it. Now, if you can kill them before they get in the water, you can harvest them with the chainsaw, which is going to get you the maximum yield of silica pearls, oil, black pearls, chitin. But even if you kill them in the water, you can still use the metal pick to get a pretty decent amount of black pearls and silica pearls. They can be a little bit glitchy at certain points, but you will eventually get a decent supply if you keep killing off trilobites and you're persistent with it. This is also an ideal spot for finding aberrant otters, which are another great way to get silica pearls. So most of the rivers in green have a chance to spawn otters, and they've got a little faint glow to them on aberration. They're hard to spot, especially with all the coelacanths swimming around, but this spot does have a pretty high spawn rate right here. And with the otter on your shoulder, just face a coelacanth, double tap F to throw it off your shoulder, and it's going to attack the coelacanth and kill it. And you can also whistle to attack, set it on aggressive, just be careful your otter doesn't die. Once he kills it himself, he has to be the one that kills it. He's going to get some black pearls and silica pearls in his inventory. It's not a ton, but it adds up over time to be quite a lot of pearls. Now, I wouldn't go down here just to get pearls, but if you happen to already be down in the radioactive zone and you see some glowing lights under the water here, they might be lampreys. And if you have a rock drake with good melee and you just start chomping them, you'll get a few silica pearls here and there. Also a bit of oil and leech blood. It's not worth going out of your way to do this, but if you're here already, you may as well get some bonus pearls. Hopefully one of these Silica Pearl locations will help you get all the pearls you need in your Aberration Ascended adventures. If this guide helped you, please give it a thumbs up so it can help other people too, and drop a comment to let me know about your favorite location to get Silica Pearls on Aberration. And feel free to share any tips I haven't mentioned. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for all notifications, or you might miss the next helpful ASA Aberration guide I'm working on right now. And check out my Aberration base location guide to find some awesome base spots near all of these resources, and I will see you in the next video.